Hello BlueBrixx fans, it's me Ross.
And it's me Joe again.
And this is our BlueBrixx Basics Best Of. And what else is the best of than our Burg Blaustein Castle?
Yes, well, some people would say that the Astronomer's Lighthouse is the best, but those people are heathens. And, well, we're going to do both anyway, so you can judge for your own.
Exactly. But we're starting off with this one. This is the basic starting point of the castle. This is the first step in the massive expansion that it can be.
And it's my favorite set.
It's your favorite set.
It is my favorite set, hands down.
But I built this one.
Yes, you built this one.
So we've got your favorite set and my building it recently.
Yeah, you've got to be very strong because he developed an own opinion.
I know, opinions, dangerous things.
Yeah, definitely, especially if it's the wrong one.
Okay, all right. Let me start off. I think it looks great. It looks fantastic. It's beautiful. It's a sight to behold. Especially even looking at it from this angle, from the back. It especially adds to it with the whole, well, wall type thing. Well, what it stands on, let's call it the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So it adds to that here with that. I mean, usually, or with some sets, you just have a flat back and it doesn't look that good. But here, obviously, everything was thought out, how to make it not be a flat back and add the little riffles.
Yeah. And so while most sets do have a favorite orientation, this one does not. Well, I mean, this one is obviously the side you should view it from, but even from behind you've got this little secret entrance. And of course, I'm apologizing in advance because there's a lot of plants on the outside, and when you're touching it, well, the plants fall off. Not because they're not stable, but because...
I mean, well, it's a display model. You're not supposed to touch it the entire time, so they stay. They stay
Actually,
put.
my kids used to play with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't you play with it anymore? Is it too big?
They're not allowed anymore.
Oh, okay.
Because they tend to break things.
Well, maybe they need a different Burg Blaustein, their own little one that they can play with.
Well, I got two of them, but they're not interested anymore. I don't know where I went wrong.
I don't think you went wrong. It's just kids develop different interests. Maybe they can build something else that they like more. Anyway, so how do we best describe it?
Opulent. Opulent.
Opulent. Okay, I'd describe it as a 4-story modular building on a hill with a tree and another tree and a little pathway in front of it.
Okay.
Which really doesn't do it justice.
No, it doesn't.
But in essence, that is kind of what it is. Let's show the modular parts. First of all, you can take off the roof. That doesn't have a part in it, it's just the roof.
Yeah, but honestly, just look at the roof. The designer, it's not our favorite set or a fan favorite because it's just the roof. But you can really see the 2x4s where the slate plates have been nailed on. And the construction of it is as close to reality as you can possibly get with building bricks.
I'll admit that it looks fantastic. And
you didn't like the building experience?
I was okay with the building experience of that. It was quite fun because here, as you see, you have these sloped black tiles, these ones here. Mm-hmm. There are quite a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And there aren't that many of the grey ones. So you put on the grey ones, you put on the brown ones, and then you know the rest is the black ones. So you don't need to intricately look, am I putting it in the right place? So that's what I liked about building the roof, that you don't need to really watch out what you're doing. For example, the whole floor tiling here, you really have to watch out that you get it right.
Unless, of course, you do not care if everything is in the right place, which you do not necessarily need to, actually.
But it's nice to have it in the right place.
That's true.
So if you follow the instructions properly, then it's a bit more work. But in this case, it was quite fun, and you get a, well, result that looks as good as it does. Mm-hmm. Let's go to, well, it's probably the master bedroom, or...
It's the only bedroom.
It's the only bedroom. So you have a bed in there in a very nice way of building a bed. Mm-hmm. Something I enjoy about various cars that we have with the seats built in there that makes the fabric look like fabric, but it's made out of bricks. So that's something I especially enjoy with the two pillows in here. And of course you have the loo.
The privy.
Exactly, right here, down here. And what I like as well is that it's even built out as an extra outhouse type thing there. Although I'm not sure how keen I'd be of having the loo right next to my head when I sleep there, as you can see here. But I suppose that's what one day ensuite bathrooms are.
Yes.
So, of course, we have the chimney here to warm up the people while they're sleeping. Now let's come to my favourite room in the house. Is it your favourite room?
It is
Okay.
up to this point, because basically it's 3 rooms. It's the sleeping room and in the attic. Basically, it's the main hall and it's the kitchen, which you're going to see soon.
Right. What I like about this is a lot. First of all, the chair and the table. It's a sweet little added thing in here that, I mean, it's where you eat, it's where you can sit, it's where you can play games, it's where you can generally just chill out. Then you have the stairs, which I did like building the stairs in this. It's good fun. The stairs are very prettily designed, but, and some people have already noticed it, the flowers and the wall tapestry. I assume it's supposed to be a tapestry?
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's actually supposed to be a painting.
Ah,
Because we'll come to the historical interpretation later.
Okay. So I hope the detail camera can see how fantastic the mural painting tapestry is, because, wow, when you're building it, you don't realize what you're building it, and then when it's done, it's right in front of you, and you're like, hey, look what I just built. So it's a good fun thing that I enjoyed. And then, of course, you've got the oven down here, or the fire, and a door that opens out like that, too. So a few movable parts as well.
What is actually also interesting on there is down the back, you've got the chute from the privy, actually.
Ah, all right.
Which is because, you know, when you look at old castles, the residue from the debris sliding down isn't brown, it's black because it blackens over time. And it stains the rocks, which means that it really looks like this. Which is something that comes up a lot when you are building this castle, that it really captures the look and feel. And you can see it especially in this level, that the designer took great care to build a 2 brick thick wall so that the interior decorations cannot be seen on the outside.
It's another clever thing.
And the inside is just brick built with a multitude of snot techniques. Snot is an acronym and stands for stud, not on top, which means you put the bricks and you lay them down on the side. And to try and recreate it. Especially since in medieval times, furniture had to be multi-use, which is why you do not have a lot of chairs, and chairs were only for very important people. You had benches and you had stools, because usually you would sit on a chest or a chest of drawers, because it's basically multi-purpose. You can put stuff in and you can sit on top of it. And the furniture is even designed to be able to be disassembled and then stored underneath the stairs.
Oh, okay. Clever.
Which is very interesting. And then you put the bench on the front and you have a nice open space for holding audiences or whatever else you might need an open space for.
Very, very clever. So then it's not very easy to tip this up.
No, it's not. That's because also the sides are built in snot techniques, which means that they fit snugly down.
Okay.
But
That tree
the
is
trees,
stable enough.
it's stable enough, but as you can see, it's held by 2 bricks down there, and that means that it does not like being turned down, but
For you guys, we shall turn it up now. Yeah, I think, yes, I shall feel. Yes, this is the kitchen area with 2 doors. One of them is the secret entrance that goes through here. You can go right through and open up the door in here, if I can feel it properly. Somewhere there. So that's what you can do. I'll just do this and hope I don't fall off my chair. Then, of course, you've got the other door here that opens up. The kitchen and working area here. another fire top or stove or an open fire. And this is the door that I meant that leads out to the secret area that I should be able to open like that. So another extra fun thing that was thought of in the design of this castle. And down here I have another storage space. So very clever. But it's also quite heavy.
Yes.
4 kilos, I think.
Yeah.
What fell off?
Nah, nothing. I think basically it's the plants, as I said in the beginning. And of course, if you, well, these hold quite well, but if you come against them,
like
they
it's not,
fall off.
I mean, it's not supposed to be held up, turned around and shown to cameras and everything. That's not the point of it. The point of it is to have a nice thing to show off to your friends, family, guests and everybody else.
Oh yes, then it does perfectly.
Let's come to the outside. What I like here is the drawbridge that works with turning this down, and then the drawbridge lowers, and then you have doors that you can open up and get into the castle through like that, which is very nicely done. And inside the castle you have a well, which I also like. You probably saw the well in the detailed video. We're not going to pick it up again, but there is a well down there. You have stairs to go up here to enter the house, or the castle, as it is correctly known.
It is a castle.
So yes, you have a lot of fun builds and the whole garrison, well, wood walls around there to stop intruders coming in.
Yep.
Makes it for a nice and little homely space, I find.
That it is.
Apart from the secret entrance around the back, which we can possibly show again, like so. Because that's a fun added detail.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that detail. It's very, very nice. Very nice.
It is.
Exactly. Oh, of course you have the plants in here in the kitchen as well. Right.
So,
onto the historical value.
onto the historical value of it. I'm not sure how familiar you are with German history, but in the Middle Ages, unlike in Great Britain or in France, Germany didn't have a centralized government. So the king traveled around and to oversee the different areas, he appointed people. And those people had to build residences for that. And this was why the castles were small in the beginning. And the beginning of the castle is basically just one room where you do everything in, which is you've got the fireplace, you've got the sleeping arrangement, and you've got the dinner table. So
it's a bit like this and the other one in one room.
In one room, and the kitchen in one room as well.
Oh, okay.
So in a historical perspective, this one is a rather luxurious one because you've got the kitchen area downstairs, where the servants would sleep. You've got the hall upstairs where the Lord would be holding court and deciding on things, and also be able to host feasts and stuff, which is where the guests would sleep. And on the top floor you've got the room for the family or of the Lord himself, with even a built-in privy, which was a luxury by that time, because usually you'd have a chamber pot which would need to be emptied by the servant staff, or you would have to go out to an outhouse in the cold, in the woods, or in the enclosure, in the palisade, in the courtyard. Courtyard was the word I was looking for.
Ah, okay.
And of course, as one of those officers or appointed representatives would get more powerful, he would of course also expand his holdings, because a castle is just as much a defensive building as it is a representative one. And so it would grow over time, as our model does.
That's what makes this whole thing special.
That's what makes it even more special.
So this is number 1 of 6 or 5?
6.
Okay.
Which are available now. 7 is on the ship, and 8 is currently in planning.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so lots more to come. This thing balloons up to quite some size, like 1 by 1 meter. Is it that big?
It's bigger.
Okay, so if you watched our Manhattan video, it's about the same floor size of that. So this does get much, much bigger, much more impressive.
At the end, it will basically fit on a Euro pallet, which is 120 centimeters by 80 centimeters.
Not
for
bad.
now.
Not bad. I'm very excited to see where that goes. What I don't think is that we're going to actually do that with this castle. This castle is going to stay as the center castle.
Oh, yes.
And because we have the other added extras built on other way in the archive. So we don't have the extra added bits there, but this is going to stay as our standard main part 1 Burg Blaustein that everybody can kind of look at and see what it looks like. Right, let's get into the technical details. Over 5,200 pieces, which will take you a while to build. If you're inexperienced like me, build it on your couch and do it in a bit. You've got 12 different parts to build it. Each part took me plus minus 3 hours, I'd say.
Okay.
I think I built this in about 30 hours. You said it took you 15.
It took me 15, but I got to admit that I actually liked it so much that I built it twice and I bought it twice. One of them stayed in the basic configuration with a keep, and the other one is the full size. Because I really, really like the design and I like the idea.
Well, it is our best of for a reason.
Oh, yes.
And lots of other people like it. So it looks great. Let us know what you think. Is this your favorite? Would you keep it as this? Or would you balloon it out to the size that it can be?
Or both.
Exactly, like you do.
Like I did.
All right. Let us know in the comments. Let us know your experience of building it. Let us know if you want to build it, if you haven't yet. And yes, this is our BlueBrixx Best of, our #1 coolest set that the fans, the product developers, and many people think.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so this is it. Burg Blaustein.
Please write it down below in the comments if you want us to go through the different building stages in English as well.
We can do that?
We can. We currently have the Outer Bailey expansion and the Keep expansion. And if you need anything else, well, we're looking for an excuse to build one of every step anyway, so write it down in the comments.
And then I get to see building it more.
Oh, yes.
All right. Exciting. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget, you can never have enough bricks.
But there will be more.
So have fun building.
And what's stopping you from getting more?
Exactly. See you next time.
Thank you for watching.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.